Okay, welcome back to the offensive line room where we break down everything about offensive line play. And today we're diving into the fundamentals of pass protection. These are the rules every offensive lineman needs to live by if you want to keep your quarterback clean and to keep your offense moving. Let's get into it. Okay, rule number one, know your assignment, right? You can't protect the quarterback if you don't know what you're supposed to do. So communication is 100% key, right? Understand the call, understand the protection scheme. Is it 50 protection? Is it 60 protection? Who do I have? Is it Rip? Is it Liz? Is it Ralph? Is it Larry? Whatever you call as the offensive line. And don't just focus on your man. You got to know where everyone else is supposed to be doing. You got to know what everybody else is supposed to be doing. Do we have to be alert for the twist? There's a 3 technique, there's a 5 technique, right? Do we have to get back a little bit deeper on our set? Is it a 5-man front? Is it 5-on-5, right? There's many elements to make you to help you understand what the whole group and the whole unit is doing based off of just one call, right? Rule number 2, you got to understand the situation. What's the down and distance? It is essential that we understand that. And really, the tackle to the sideline, especially to the sticks, should be the one to communicate what the down and distance is, right? So everybody knows. The center should know already, the guard should know already, and the other tackle should know. But just so you guys are in or on the same page, the tackle who's closest to these sticks should yell out, hey, it's 3rd and 5. Hey, alert, stunt, alert, pressure. Hey, we're on the 50-yard line right now. Not a really heavy blitz tendency in a 2nd and 10. You know what I'm saying? Just get ready, get lined up. Or we're in the red zone. This is they love to blitz when we get in the 25 to 15-yard range, and it's third and 6, so they're probably going to bring some heat here. That's how you got to communicate with your offensive line group, so everybody's alert and everybody knows. Okay, we got to set like this based off of this, right? And the biggest thing too, one of the coolest things that I heard from one of my teammates is that in a lot of these situations, you'll see some twist pickups here as we roll through. But you're just looking at good examples of offensive line play as it rolls through. If you're a guard and a tackle and you have a 3 technique and a 5 to your side, right? You probably know that there's an alert for a twist coming, especially if it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. You're just more alert for it, so that tackle is going to probably know, I got to bring that drag hand, and that guard, he's going to set accordingly, right? You guys are going to set together. Now, there's one call that can help you guys if you guys want to change up your set. Say it's 2nd and 10, or say it's about 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, and you know they may run based off of situations. Maybe it's 4th quarter and we're in 2-minute hurry up, so they know it's probably going to be pass heavy. If your tackle wants to change up his set and jump the end, he has to communicate that with the guard. Why? Because if he jumps him, and the guard sets like it's a regular five-step drop, you guys are going to be what? Off levels. And so if they do run a twist, it's going to be incredibly hard for you guys to exchange defenders and pass one off, right? So in that, a really cool tip that I can give tackles, say if you want to change up your set and go to a jump set instead of a regular just 45-degree angle set or just a vertical set, and you want to jump them, tell your guard. And all you got to do is just say jump, 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 or Jordan, 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 and that way you guys are in accordance with each other. Now, the guard can be a little bit heavier in a set. He knows that we have to be on the same plane. My tackle's probably going to jump this guy. I can be a little bit more aggressive so we can stay on the line of scrimmage together, right? A very, very cool tip that I heard from one of my boys. All right, rule number 4, okay? Rule number 4 is always maintain a base, right? You should really, from when you are in your stance to the end of the set, to the end of the play, you should have that same shoulder width apart movement, footwork, and then distance between everything, right? My father, he was a wrestling coach, and he always mentioned this to me when you're in a wrestling stance, and it correlates exactly with offensive line play. Knee to shoulders, knee to shoulder concept. You want your knees to be on the same plane as your shoulders, and that gives you such a good place to be to where you're protecting your chest, right? Your hands are out in front of you, and your knees are going to be bent because my knees can't be on the same plane as my shoulders if I'm standing up, unless I'm standing straight up. And you never want to be standing straight up as an offensive lineman, okay? So always maintain a base. You can't block off balance. You got to keep a strong, wide base so you can react to sudden moves from the defender. If he goes into an inside move, if he likes to study an inside, go back outside, my base being wide and also under me shoulder width, I can now change directions. Laramie Tunstall does an excellent job at this. You'll probably see a couple of sets here from Laramie. Okay? Rule number 5, always have a plan for your hands, okay? If you have a plan for your hands, it allows you to panic way less in your set, right? You know, okay, I'm about to jump this guy, I'm gonna show my hands early. Oh, I'm gonna set a little bit deeper, I may give a pump, right? You don't have to be one trick pony with your hands, because these defenders get paid a lot of money too. You can change it up, but always have a plan, right? Defenders should have a plan too when they go into a rush. You should have a plan with your hands as well, okay? Are you waiting for them to come to you? Your hands are your first line of defense. They're your first weapon, so don't let them go to waste, right? I always recommend a offensive lineman to take some boxing classes. It's really, really good because it works on footwork in accordance with your hands. Everything is like, it's rhythm, it's movement, right? It's really nice, and it teaches you speed, right? And really how to use your upper body and be more fluid with it, right? Be more fluid, right? And it's really, really beneficial for an offensive lineman. Rule number 6, never give your shoulders, never turn your shoulders. As much as possible, as long as you can, keep your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. And I'll tell you this, it's because as soon as you turn your shoulders, you're giving them a two-way go. Coaches always tell that to you. But you turn your shoulders, you give up leverage to an inside or outside rush because you're just opening. Imagine when you turn your shoulders, you're just opening the door. Imagine that. Imagine you turn your shoulders, you just open the door to the quarterback. Here you go. Right? You want to keep your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage so that if anything, if they do go around you, it's the long way. It's the long way, okay? All right, number 7. This is the golden rule of offensive line play. If this happens to you, you're not playing, right? You're not playing because this is on day 1. You guys should already know what I'm going to talk about, what I'm about to say. Okay? Never get beat inside, right? Never get beat inside. The shortest path to the quarterback is through the middle. If you're going to give up anything, give up the outside. Give up the outside, right? Give them the outside. And you should be more confident in your set if you're more square. Obviously, when you get to playing level, Joe Thomas said he would put his inside arm on the bicep, right? Left hand really inside via the neck, and it gives him so much more control, and it allows him to at least stay square on the line of scrimmage. Stay square on the line of scrimmage. Okay? Rule number 8, don't just focus on your man. See the big picture, right? What's the defense showing me? Are they disguising a blitz? Awareness always allows you to pick up stunts, games, or anything tricky that the defense might throw at you. We talked about it earlier. If I know I'm a tackle, I'm going to jump set this guy. I'm going to tell my guard, I'm going to say Jordan, Jordan, Jordan. But what if we look at the safeties and we see the safeties, there's only one high safety, and then he's kind of backing a backer, and his stance is a little bit like he's a little bit jumpy. We got to say alert. We got to be alert for it. We got to be able to tell the center because we may want to change the call. The quarterback would want to be alert to say, okay, maybe we have to throw a hot route here. The quarterback should already recognize it. He should already see the rotation of the safeties and see what defenders backing who, and if the corners are, where their butts are turned to the sideline or to. But they're doing a really good job at disguising this stuff now. But it's still essential for us to be fully aware of what the defense could be happening to, could be throwing at us, right? What could the defense do to me based off their alignment, based off their structure, right? It could be a 5-man front. So if I know if it's a 5-man front, I'm probably going to go ahead and know it's probably going to be a twist between that guard and the tackle, or even a 3-man game within the guard tackle and the center guard and the other guard, right? Where you have to be fully aware of everything that's going. You have to have a 30,000-foot view and then communicate this. Hey, alert twist, alert twist. Look, they got 5-man down, alert twist. That's how you guys stay ahead of the game, stay efficient, right? And then protect the quarterback. Protect the quarterback. Always trust your technique after these calls. It doesn't mean that's going to happen. You make the calls, but now we're more alert. Now you got to trust your technique even more, right? We don't fly. We fight. We don't fly. We fight. Let's go. Rule number 9. Bend your knees. Your offensive line coach, and if you go to the next level, they'll say in their scouting reports, they say, he's a waist bender. That's like the Cardinals. If you're called a waist bender, you're on the same borderline of like being not athletic or even lazy, right? You want to be able to bend at your knees. How do you do that? You got to make sure when you bend at the knees, you have strong feet, strong ankles, good ankle mobility, good knee bend. You got to have strong joints, strong quads, strong hamstrings, strong glutes. What does that mean? Get under the squat rack or work any type of lower body weight development, right? Getting your lower body stronger. That's how you're able to stay in that stance longer. The more that you have a bent knee and you have good balance, it's so much easier for you to redirect, to stop the bull rush, to even be more comfortable in throwing your hands because you're in a good, strong, sound position. It's very essential that we understand your base is almost everything. And then in your base is making sure your knees are bent, okay? Making sure your knees are bent, okay? Let's keep going here. Okay, rule number 10, and we already kind of said this, but we're going to be alert for the stunts and blitzes and the counters, right? Always stay alert. Stunts, blitzes, counters. The defense is going to try to confuse you. Stay disciplined and communicate to pick these up, right? We've already talked about that, but it's very essential that that is said again. And rule number 11, finish, okay? Finish. Don't just block your man. Dominate. Dominate him. When the whistle blows, you should be moving him backwards. And finish every play strong. Finish every play strong. If you notice, I'll check out this one play. I want to check out this one play from Laramie. And just notice the finish. Notice the finish. It's not this one. It's going to be. Third and eight, baby. Talk about down and distance. What's probably going to be in third and 8. But look at Laramie this whole time, right? We talked about it. Quick, fast out of his stance. His shoulders are what to the line of scrimmage? Square to the line of scrimmage. He has a plan for his what? Plan for his hands. Man, when I tell you that is on point, contact is crazy. Let's check his base. Let's check his base. Base never gets too wide, never gets too narrow. Clean. Boom, right? Shoulders back, head back. Boom, firing from the lats. Elbows are inside. All right? Boom. Base. Look at the finish. Look at the finish. This is literally picture perfect right there. Hips are through, feet are in the ground, elbows are in, balls out. Quarterback has no worries. No worries about a thing. When I got LT blocking to my left, you feel me? That's how you want your quarterback to feel. You want him to feel comfortable back there. We have to stay on the field. We have to convert these third downs. We have to be able to protect the quarterback, and we have to be able to score points. Those are the essential things. And in order to do that, we have to protect the quarterback well, especially if he get in these situations. It's football. It happens. All right? This is your boy, OG Tone, 4G Tone, CEO Tony, Coach Tony. Really, really appreciate you guys staying for the whole video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the Offensive Line Room. We'll see you on the next video.